Hello, we are Darth Castle here,
Yes, we are.
and we are taking a look at Deadpool Heatseeker from Sideshow. Oh man, this one really dynamic piece. This kind of got me excited as soon as I saw it, and I just had to get it. I had been seeing all the Deadpool stuff. Deadpool is a character, like, I kind of like him. Like, he's maybe a second or third level character that I like, and I hadn't seen much out with Deadpool that made me want to buy a statue of him. And I saw this one, and it was way different than the other stuff that was out. A whole lot different than the OG, where he's holding a little turkey or chicken, and he's just standing there. And it was just one that, I was like, if this looks like the pictures and what they're trying to do, I'm gonna definitely get this one. And when they announced the pre-order for it, and they put up the price, I know a lot of people got upset about it. For me, it was kind of a no-brainer, and it was normal because that was around the price everything was going for that I was seeing. It was $700, and I got into the hobby. Everything was $600, $700 or up anyway, so I didn't see what the big deal is, and I jumped right on it and never had a doubt, and have never regretted it. They did a great job with it.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not the biggest, as a character, I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan there is. But,
He's so funny, though.
I know, I don't know what it is. It just, he just don't do it for me, But this particular piece here is very well done, the way they pull this off. With the, it has a great movement. The explosion however they pull that off was incredible. It's like, the outer, reaction, and then you see like a powder keg in the middle of it, and it's really spectacular the way they have layered this piece. There's a lot of layers and intricate, design that puts this whole thing. It's literally, you got to start from the bottom and then work your way up, and it's just stuff you can pick up, all the way around it. But the paint job and the outfit and the different pouches and everything is just very cleanly painted, and it's very nice piece. I mean, very, very, very well done. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah, the base, you can, right in the middle, you can see through it. You see the little smoky eruption of the explosion down in the middle, and I don't know what they used to do this, but it's great. And the way the sidewalk is breaking up, and you got the extra little mini explosions happening as he's jumping off of, I don't know if it was a grenade or whatever it was, but he's a little busy trying to stay alive right now.
No doubt.
Between the explosion at his feet and somebody missile and somebody threw a grenade at him and all that, and he still got time to take a selfie. So that's Deadpool. This is the exclusive, so it came with the selfie stick and the kissy face to go with it. So it's got that little bit of humor. Well, not little bit of humor. It's got a lot of the Deadpool humor in it. It's a big. Anybody who knows about the Aaron Ray Perez Deadpool, they're almost night and day.
No question.
Yeah, this is kind of, this is the version. This is the movie trailer that you see on TV that the kids can watch, and they're like, "Oh, well, can I see this movie?" But
you still don't want them to see the movie.
You can't let them see the movie, but they can at least watch the trailer. The Aaron Ray Perez, that's the red band trailer. They only show the R-rated movies. Kids ain't supposed to see it. That's the unfiltered, adult without being porn version. So this is where you get the best of both worlds, because I got the Aaron Ray Perez one too. So I got the rated R one. Then I got the kid friendly, Disney approved, you know, version right here. And but yeah, it's dynamic. I love the way they did the missile and the way they have the missile keyed into them. You can't really you don't see the key. Um, they have it keyed in where the smoke trail is, and it's just this is one I could look at for days and pick out new things. The way they did the grenade explosion, and he's slicing it as it's exploding, and you see, you know, the top of the grenade pin is still part of the whole explosion. You see the little grenade chunks in the fire as it's done. There's a lot of detail in it, and I just, you know, I really was impressed with it. I know Alex and Gio had said something about being surprised that this came without getting broke, and I know for me that was one thing I was surprised with as far as how Sideshow had it packed, because you know sometimes Sideshow don't got the best reputation for having stuff packed well and you know having it get to you, and you know it came a whole lot of potential for stuff to break,
Right.
and it came all in one piece intact, and you know this was some great work by them.
Yeah, definitely my favorite part of this statue is the whole sword slicing the pineapple grenade in half. You know, is the most when you see it from this direction and you see the actual slice and all the pieces of shrapnel and that's flying out from him slicing this and explosion at the same time. It's just incredible how they captured. It's literally like a moment they've captured in time. Like, you know, they say that about a lot of pieces, but with this piece in particular, is they've frozen this explosion that's happening, and this fool taking a picture of himself as they firing missiles at him, throwing grenades at him, all kind of explosions going. I'm sure some bullets flying as well. You know what I mean? But it's literally they have frozen a snapshot, or maybe this is the snapshot he's taking of himself that's frozen, and it's very impressive how they done it. But the one thing when I saw pictures of this, I thought that these pieces, like in the pictures now, I thought they kind of looked like Cheetos. But like when you see it for real, that's not the case. You know what I mean? But you know, it's the pavement is broken up, and you know, it's all like imploding outwards, and exploding. Not imploding will be going in. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, if you've seen the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool movie, you know how in the beginning of the movie where they do the slow mo and freeze all the action. That's kind of like what this would be. You know, yeah, he just froze frame right in the middle of some serious stuff going down, and you know it's the perfect snapshot. You get to see this Bama got two explosions going off at the same time, and a missile come. That's some bad luck for you. So. You know, for anybody but a Deadpool, you know, because he Deadpool, so he can get over.
That's the one thing, but it's very, very Deadpool. You know, this statue. You know what I mean? They definitely captured the essence of the character perfectly. You know what I mean? Only he would get in a situation like this. You know what I mean? So,
and this, like I said, this is the exclusive. But let's go ahead and switch it out. Get rid of the selfie stick and the kissy face. So bye kissy face. Let's go ahead and put this one on. And the gun with the shells coming out. Be careful with those. Those are kind of fragile. Yeah, so this is the regular version, a little more serious look. You know, you got the added bullet that you see that he's just shooting out, just fired out of his gun, and no more kissy face.
Right.
But,
the bullet kind of reminds you of the Matrix a little bit. You know, that's the kind of feeling you got from it. You know, they slow it down like they did, you know, in the Matrix movie.
Yeah, I remember when, you know, Sideshow was getting a lot of flack for this piece, and they were talking about how complicated it was, and you know, people were really going after him about it. And then it comes out, and they ain't lie. They did not lie at all. Um, this is one of the more, I mean, just the bass, the stuff that went into them doing the bass, and you know, before you even get to the figure and all that he's doing, um, you know, the work that they put into doing the bass, to me, just, I think when I first opened this, I was staring at the bass for a while before I even got the figure out, just because it was impressive. It was really impressive. I hadn't, and I still haven't seen any statue with this kind of dynamic action yet. You know, I haven't seen one yet. So, and I'm sure it's early. Somebody will do something.
Oh
else.
yeah, no question.
There'll be some more, but
There go that word again, escalation.
but hey, this is the one Sideshow did good, and they knocked it out the park for me. You know.
Now you are on record saying that this was your favorite statue of last year from Sideshow, not
Yes.
Bane.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I definitely like this over Bane. You know, Bane is a great piece, great statue. I love the paint job and the sculpt of the whole thing is amazing. It's just my taste is you're always gonna get my attention more with some kind of action going on. You know, the Bane statue, it tells a story. You know, I wouldn't call it a museum pose. I mean, you know, he just crunched the bat signal and, you know, it tells a story. But this one, you know, like you said, it's a freeze frame of an action flick. It's a freeze frame of, you know, being in the middle of a lot of stuff going on. Like, and I don't. It wouldn't surprise me if they tried to somehow add some bullets whizzing by, and it would all fit in. And it's just, you know, it's like you're watching an action movie and you pause it at just the right time. Bam, that's what you get. And yeah, so I will always like that more because as I do love Bane. One reason I like Bane is because it looks like it took a whole lot of work as far as sculpt. And as much work as I think that took, I feel like this took more just because of all the action, all the different things that needed to be sculpted. I mean, the way they did the stuff with the grenade being sliced open and the details they put into it. And, you know, the explosions with the base, and you see the different pieces of concrete broke up and you know, spreading out from the middle. You know, I like this more. I think this one took a little more work. You know,
I think the true testament for this particular piece, I mean, even though the sculpt is great, the paint application is fantastic. Very clean paint job on this, you know, on this piece. But I think the true testament and the applauding should be given to the engineering of this. Because to come up with this idea and actually pull it off is two different things. You know what I mean? You're thinking about something and actually doing it. That's the challenge. But this was a testament today. This is XM-esque is what is, you know, far as the thinking outside of the box and actually pulling it off. And so you're seeing, and we talk about escalation. So now you're seeing these companies are pushing each other to go higher and higher and to produce things that you wouldn't think were possible to come up with. And this is definitely a testament to that. So, you know, that's for me, that's what is most astonishing about this particular piece is the engineering that it took to put this together. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm always amazed by the statues that they sculpt something and it's done. It's a piece that when you look at it on paper, you wonder how are they going to do that? How are they going to get that to look that way? You know, like how are they going to get the the feel of it's exploding and pieces are flying away. You know, my favorite XM piece is the Iron Fist statue because of that, because of how, you know, the motion and him breaking through. If you've ever seen it, you know, he's kicking through like a concrete wall or something, and all the pieces are just scattering. And it's like you draw that on paper, and, you know, it looks like a great picture on paper, but how do you sculpt that? Because you can't have the pieces floating in the air, so they all got to be attached somehow. So I always, like, those pieces get extra credit for me. So, like, something like this, where everything, you know, that gives the missile that just whizzed by him, and, you know, the grenade, that kind of stuff gets extra credit for me, because it's like, all right, how are you going to attach the missile to him? And is it going to attach and still look good? Is it going to look right? Or are you going to be like, oh, there's the peg right there? And the way they attached it, you know where the peg is, because it's only touching his body in one place. But even if you look up close to it, it just looks like a stream of, you know, the fire going by him. You don't see the peg in it at all. And, yeah, so that kind of stuff gets extra credit for me. That imagination to get it from paper to, you know, a physical sculpt where everything has got to somehow connect and work. I always think those are like the tougher pieces to pull off. That's why I thought this was my favorite. Well, that's why this is my favorite Sideshow piece from last year.
That being said, I still gotta go with Bane. I mean, just, you know, that's just me. You know, I mean, I like this one too. This is definitely a close second for me. But you know, it's probably due to I'm not a big Deadpool fan. That's probably what it is. You know, but you know,
I don't understand, because he likes all the jokey people and the funny people. But
I don't know what it is. He's never done nothing for me. I don't know, the whole, from comic book to movie to whatever. It's just, I don't know what it is. I think he's just a bit much. You know what I mean? I mean, he's funny and everything, but I don't know if he's doing too much to be funny. You know what I mean? See, I like crud balls. You know what I mean? To me, crud balls are hilarious. You know.
Define like, crud ball.
Mumra was a crud ball. Like, people who bottom of the barrel dirt balls. Like, what do you call it? From Luke Cage. Diamondback, he was hilarious. See, they're funny and they're not trying to be funny. You know what I mean? That's what I like. People that are hilarious, but they're not trying to be funny. You know what I mean?
So is it that he's not a bad guy?
No, it ain't got nothing to do with him not being a bad guy. It's
just a good guy.
It's
that
just
you like. That's a.
I don't know. I gotta think about it. There ain't too many good guys.
This is the Dark Lord. So
yeah, but
maybe he just got that attachment to the evil.
And even at times, you know, if there are a few times where Vader was funny too. You know what I mean? Like when he choked the guy out in Empire, when the guy went to go, I'm gonna go apologize to the Lord. He chokes him, he goes, apology accepted, Captain Needed. See, his funniness is his sarcasm. You know what I mean? That's what makes Vader funny. You know, but he ain't always funny. But Bane was funny. And I thought in Dark Knight, Bane had me cracking up. You know, to me, Bane was the movie. The rest of this stuff was, it was alright. But yeah, that's just me. I like crud balls. You know, but piece wise, is a fantastic piece. You know,
I think he's funny.
No, I ain't saying he's funny at times, but he's just too much. You know, for me, I don't know what it is.
Too much smart ass.
Probably that could be it.
Okay.
You know, it could. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I like the smart asses sometimes, and
nothing wrong with that.
It works for me.
He likes smart asses. I like crab balls.
Yeah. Plus, I like the whole break the fourth wall thing. He says the things you're thinking, so you're reading the panels in the book and you're thinking whatever. You know, didn't this happen 2 issues ago? And it's like, yeah, you know what? I went through this same 2 issues ago. And you know, in the movie, what you're thinking is what he says in the movie. I can appreciate that. Kind of doesn't treat you like an idiot. It's like, yeah, we know. We know. You know, we couldn't afford the real X-Men in the last movie because of the budget.
Right.
You know, that kind of stuff. I appreciate that. So, He ain't Frank Castle, so he's not my number one guy, but I do like him. And, like Sideshow, they really impressed me with this one. This was next level stuff for me.
No question.
And I don't know. Usually I can come up with stuff I would change. I don't really know. I don't know. I pretty much like this one just the way it is.
Only thing I think I would change would be the end of this right here. Is this looks a little plain to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But other than that, it isn't too much about this I would change.
Would you like to change the color of it, or
like more texture to it? Because it's just kind of, you have all the flames, and then it's just kind of this, pale yellowish kind of color, and then no texture, no nothing. It's part of the stream. I guess it should be some more flame or fire, but smoke maybe. Who knows? Smoke would be nice, I guess.
yeah.
But other than that, it's not. It's nothing is perfect, but this is very little flaws on this. This is a fantastic piece.
Yeah. I'm not gonna call it. I did find some like the way some of these are connected. You see the little, and not the ones that you come out, but like some of them. Yeah, you see the little joints or the little.
The breaking color.
Yeah. Some of that. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I'm very impressed with it, and most of them are kind of hidden in the folds of the smoke. But there are some you see where they break up, and there are extra pieces that they did and put in. But yeah, I love this one. This is one that I still look at when I'm in my moods. I just need to sit and zone out. And sometimes I wonder what it would have looked like with a light, but I don't know.
What do you think if they? I'm surprised they didn't try to do this one in X-Force colors too.
Yeah.
Because the OG they did both colors.
Both, yeah.
And ARP did his in both colors, but this one I'm surprised.
I think because of the movie, they're
I see. Yeah.
It's like why mess with the gray ones when the movie's a hit.
Well, they talking about doing the X-Force movie.
Really?
Yeah.
And with Deadpool. And
of course.
all that, yeah. So is that going to be like after?
Yeah, after.
So
I'm guessing this is going to. I mean, I don't know how the thing with the Fox and Disney deal is going on, but that was the talk that after Deadpool 2 that they were going to try and make X-Force.
Okay.
And so that's why they're bringing all these people in the movie. You got Domino and Cable and whoever else is in it. I'm not sure, but
we'll see.
Right.
We'll see, and then maybe they won't do this again.
Probably
but
not. No.
They'll come up with something else. I know they got the Lady Deadpool. I'm not really. I don't know anything about her, so I didn't.
Me neither.
Yeah, the statue looked nice, but yeah, I don't know anything about her, so I left that one on the shelf.
Yeah. They try to make it as a companion piece to this. That's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah. But no, this one was a hit. Very happy with it. That's all I got.
That's the story here.
Bye.